Part 1. Every night at 3:12 a.m. My clock jumps to 3:14. 3:13 never happens. It has never once happened. It is an old analog clock. Belonged to my grandmother, brass frame. White face, black hands. It has been on my bedroom wall for 3 years. It kept perfect time for 2 of them. Then about 4 months ago, I started waking up in the middle of the night. Not from a nightmare. Not from a sound, just awake. Eyes open, completely alert. Like something pulled me out of sleep on purpose. But the first time it happened, I looked at the clock. 3:14 a.m. I didn't think anything of it, went back to sleep. It happened again 2 nights later, wide awake. No reason. Looked at the clock, 3:14. I thought, okay, weird. Probably just my sleep cycle. But then I started paying attention. And I realized I was never waking up at 3:13. Never 3:15, always exactly 3:14. Every single time. So one night I decided to just stay up and watch. I set myself up against the headboard at 3:10, eyes on the clock, and I watched the minute hand move. 3:11, 3:12, and then it jumped, straight, to 3:14, like 3:13 had been physically removed from time. I told myself it was a mechanical issue. Old clock, worn gears, made sense. I took it off the wall the next morning, brought it to a clock repair shop downtown. The guy looked it over for a long time. Opened the back, checked the movement. Then he looked up at me and said, "There is nothing wrong with this clock." "Was?" I said, "It is skipping a minute every night." He shook his head slowly and said, "The mechanism is perfect. If it is skipping, it is not because of anything in here." I hung it back up, started recording it on my phone. Every night at 3:10 I'd hit record and prop my phone toward the wall. First night, the footage skipped. Not the clock. The footage. Like 3 seconds of the video just dropped out. Right around where 3:13 should have been. Second night, same thing. Third night my phone died. It was at 84% battery when I started recording. It was dead by 3:14. I started researching. I know how that sounds, but I needed something to explain it. I fell down a rabbit hole of old folklore about time. Specific times, specific minutes. The kind of stuff that feels crazy until it doesn't. And I found something that made me stop scrolling completely. An old superstition, and I mean old like centuries old, that said certain minutes were considered cut minutes. Moments that exist outside of normal time. Where the boundary between here and somewhere else gets thin. And the specific minute, most commonly referenced across multiple cultures, was 3:13 a.m. I closed my laptop. Saturday in the dark for a while. Tried to be rational about it. Old superstition, coincidence, faulty clock. I almost had myself talked down. Then I remembered something. My grandmother, the one who owned this clock, she never slept through the night either. My mom mentioned it once, years ago. Said Grandma used to get up at the same time every night without fail. I called my mom the next morning. Asked her what time it was. She paused. Then she said, "I don't know the exact time, but she always said she had to be awake for it." I asked, "Awake for what?" Long silence. She never explained it. She just said, "If you sleep through it, you miss what is coming." I didn't know what to do with that. Still don't. But last night, I watched the clock again, 3:12. The hand started moving toward 3:13. And for the first time in 4 months, it didn't skip. The hand landed on 3:13 and stayed there for a very long time. And then every light in my house went out at once. Not flickered, not dimmed, just off complete darkness. I couldn't see anything, but I could hear something. Right next to the clock, like something that had been waiting, had finally been let through. And then my phone lit up with one notification. A calendar reminder that I never set for tonight. At 3:13 a.m. with a location